With me, Madhu. Today, our topic is a code of pharmaceutical ethics. Before going to video, I am going to tell about what I am telling in this video. First, what are the code of ethics definitions and law and ethics difference, and what are the four types of code of ethics. And I am also going to tell about, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for more interesting updates, and share to your near and dear friends so that they will get some information about this, and give a comment to this video. Let's move into the video. First definition is law. Law is defined as the rules of human conduct binding to all persons in a state or a nation. Next one is morality. Morality means good conduct or behavior and consciousness. At a time, um, a person can judge our behavior also. If you are good at behavior, the person will if you are a shop owner, for example, if you are a shop owner, your behavior is not good, means the customer will not show interest to buy a products, or do come to your shop. If you are good at your behavior, means customers also show an interest to come to your shop, and more and more. Next one is ethics. It means moral principles. Moral principles you all will know. Obviously, it is a science of moral duty or rules by which a profession regulates actions and sets a standard for all its members. Ethics means a only person who will stands for all persons. And the next fourth one is code of ethics. Code of ethics is a guide of principles designed to help professionals conduct business honestly and with integrity. Code of ethics is a, if you are if you want to do a job or a business, code of ethics will give a principles in that job, or or business, or whatever, anything. They'll give principles, help professionals and conduct business, how you conduct business honestly. They'll teach all. Next one, fifth one is pharmaceutical code of ethics. The ethics in relation to pharmacy profession is called as pharmaceutical code of ethics. The ethics which is related with pharmacy ethics, which is related to pharmacy, is called as pharmaceutical code of ethics. The next one is differences between law and ethics, and what is in this video you are going to know about what is law and what is ethics. In this one, I am going to tell about law. There are rules of human conduct binding to all persons in a state or nation. Law means, by that law there is no division between two persons. Law always try to mingle up with all persons, mingle up with all persons, binding conduct binding to all persons. The next ethics is, there is a rules by a profession which regulates action and set standards for all its. If you are doing a job, you will be by profession. The rules will be only in profession, not in your family, like that. The rules in profession which you should and must and should stand for the rules in that profession. Next point, law. If broken, a violator may be subjected to punish, fine, or imprisonment. In law, if you broke any law, um, if suppose a person will broke a law, they will punish, they will punish or they put some fine or imprisonment. In ethics, not like that. The professional body may subject the violator to lose the professional privileges. In this case, they may lose his job also, his career also. Next one, in law according to standards of laws. This is according to their law. And the next one, in ethics is according to standards of conduct. What are they conducting, what are the standards? Next one, in law may prevent one from causing injury to others but can't force to help others in need. Law means if you help by heart, that's your wish, but they can't force to help. They can't forcefully take help from you to others. In ethics, helping neighbors is function of ethics. Helping ethics means ethics, moral values means helping to the old people or helping to the poor people, like in that way only. Here we go. Helping neighbors is a function of ethics. In these ethics, helping neighbors. In the law, you can help by your heart, but they can't take forcefully help from you. Example, law prevents a pharmacist from selling substandard quality drugs. Law will prevent if a person by mistakenly sell any unnamed drug or unwanted drug. They will just substandard a quality drug. They'll replace the drug and somewhat fine they'll keep to that person. Next, in ethics prevent a pharmacist from selling drugs at cheaper rate than that of his fellow pharmacist. Ethics will what ethics will do means ethics prevent if a pharmacist from selling a goods or a tablets or whatever it may be for cheaper rate. డ్రగ్స్ చీపర్ రేట్కి అమ్మకుండా ట్రై చేస్తారు. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, కోడ్ ఆఫ్ ఫార్మస్యూటికల్ ఎథిక్స్. కోడ్ ఆఫ్ ఫార్మస్యూటికల్ ఎథిక్స్ ఈజ్ ఫార్ములేటెడ్ బై PCI for the guidance of Indian pharmacist. Code of ethics will formulated under PCI for code of Indian pharmacist. They should know the standards of professional conduct while doing these job or whatever these codes. For what are the qualities should have means should know the standards of professional conduct, and the second one is ethics or moral conduct, behavior and character, and the third one is it ensures service to public that develops new standards and status of a profession. These three qualities should be have to a person while doing this job or a course. Next, there are four types of code of ethics. What is that means? A pharmacist in relation to his job, and second one is pharmacist in relation to his trade, and pharmacist in relation to his medical profession, and fourth one is pharmacist in relation to his profession. First one we are going to discuss is a pharmacist in relation to his job. In this pharmacist in relation to his job, there are 5 types. The first one is pharmaceutical services. In these under pharmaceutical services, there are 3 points. Should provide efficient service through medical store or a pharmacy. Should provide a quality does not provide a qualityless drugs. Should provide efficient services through medical store. The second one is should supply common medicines without delay. If you delay means there is no, if you give after the use of that medicine means there is no use for your hardness. You will give before the need. Should supply common medicines without delay. If you delay a medicine means in our earth we are losing a one life if because of your delay. So be careful while doing this profession, while you are entering in this profession. The third one is should furnish emergency service at all the times. Should we take orders at emergency time and provide the medicines to them correct time. The second one is pharmacy drugstore. Under pharmacy drugstore there is 3 points. First one is qualified pharmacist. If he or she is a not qualified pharmacist, uh, they'll know, customers will know if he or she is a qualified or not. Second one, if they'll know means they are not ready or eagerly, they not show interest to buy a product. The second one is no accidental contamination in pp and dispensing and supply. Contamination should not be there in a prescription medicines. The third one is appearance of premises should reflect the professional character of a pharmacist. Appearance of your pharmacy, main entrance and the table should be in with neat and clean. Nowadays we are suffering from coronavirus. Some of the pharmacy stores, they don't having sanitizer bottles. Some of the pharmacists, they are not wearing masks, so please follow the strict covid rules while dispensing the medicines, because if a corona patient will come to your medicinal store means you only will affect by your family. It's not good, so please wear your mask and keep a sanitizer near the table. It will attract the people and you will get more profit. The third one, handling of prescription. Under handling of prescription there is a 5 points. 5 points, should not show any expression on face after seeing prescription. If you keep any face expression while seeing or after seeing a prescription means the customer will understood that the doctor or written a wrong medicine, or the patient or customer will understood that you are not giving a proper medicine, or um, you doesn't understood the prescription, they'll think. So don't keep a face expression while reading, while taking or after taken the prescription. Second one is merits demerits of drugs should not be discussed. Merits and demerits of drugs should not be discussed with customer. No addition, substitution or emission of ingredients. Whatever the prescriber will give and what the amount prescriber will give, only that much of amount, only by adding that much of amount you prepare the tablets. No addition or submission or emission should not be done, because the prescriber will know all, and because the tablets will give according to the age. So by that age, for that age, the mg whatever it may be. So for example, if a children is there, 6 months baby, for that baby 20 mg is enough. If you add or omit a 10 mg will give means for curing for curing it takes more time. If you give more means 30 mg means it may leads to some infection or some wrong. If you give a correct mean, if you give correct 20 mg means the baby will cure in a correct days, within few days. So that's why don't submission or addition, you don't do like that without a prescriber permission. If I want to I want to add one point. If any mistake in a prescription, you directly go to the prescriber, ask to him, you write here a mistake. If doctor will have so many issues on mind while writing, in throughout the day doctor will write more and more prescriptions. If by mistake in one prescription they write a wrong means the pharmacist should go and tell here this is a wrong means they'll correct and they'll give. Why you feel shame? So please note this point. Next one, in case any error identified, it should be returned to the doctor for correction. Same point I'll tell before you. Next one, pharmacist should not recommend any particular physician unless patients ask. Pharmacists should not give any information until and unless patient will ask. Okay. Next one. Next, fourth one, handling of drugs and ingredients. Must in this handling of drugs and ingredients there is 3 point. Uh, First one is must weigh correctly. If you doesn't weigh correctly, there is an error occurred. If error if error occurs means the tablet dosage will change. It not it not be healthy for the patient. Second one is should use standard quality drugs, should not use cheaper or quality less drugs. Third one is addiction causing drugs should not be supplied, like nicotine, opium should not be supplied if the doc and without doctor's prescription. Opium, narcotic drugs should not be prescribed without doctor's prescription. Fifth one, and practical training. A trainee should acquire sufficient knowledge. Trainer should have sufficient knowledge. If you are not having a sufficient knowledge, you are not eligible to do this job. Please note it. No certificate issue until completion of training. If you not have a certificate means you are not finished the training, you are having half of knowledge. That's it. Second one in this video, the second one is pharmacist in relation to his trade. First one is price structure. The pharmacist should know the price structure for each medicine and each tablet. Cost should be reasonable and fair to customer and pharmacist. Cost should be reasonable for all poor people, middle class people and high class people. This is very good for all. Price should include compounding and dispensing charges. Compounding and dispensing charges are included in that price only. That should be very fair. Second one, fair trade practice. In this fair trade practice, no attempt should made to capture the business of fellow pharmacist. Does not take a fake certificate by giving money to that person. This person without a little bit knowledge, don't come to pharmacy profession and don't kill people. And the next point is don't attract customers to your medicinal store by giving gifts, prizes and discounts. Whatever the fair price you keep and they dispense it, that's it. Trademarks, labels, symbols should not be copied. This is a very serious act. If you copy it, you may get if you copied these are trademarks of government, copyright act they'll keep, your dispensing store will closed. That's it. Next one, drugs and ingredients always purchased from reputed sources. Always will purchase from reputed means what is that one? Government approval stores. Third one is hawking of drugs. Self-service leads to self-medication, which is dangerous. In some stores, there is a self-service. Self-service means self-service is not good for all. If an old person is self-servicing to his, if they take a wrong medication means it is not good to that old man. So don't give a self-service. Door-to-door service not provided because nowadays the addresses are being jumping, and if two persons orders the same tablets, not same tablets, if some person ordered diabetics tablets and some person order fever tablets, if these both got changes means they had occurred serious errors occurs. It is not possible. If we avoid door to door services, the errors will not be occurred. Fifth one, advertisement and deployed strictly does not give any advertisement for particular tablet. Strictly no advertisements which contains misleading statements, claims, guarantee of therapeutic efficiency, offered to refund, word and cure. These all strictly avoided. Third one is pharmacist in relation to his medical profession. Pharmacist in relation to his medical profession, what should do and what should not do. What should not do means practice medicine and diagnosing disease, prescribing medicine, recommend for particular doctor unless asked, discuss physician prescriptions, do any secret arguments. Should do means only first aid can be given in emergency, and discuss modern developments with doctor and advice to doctor and a public. Next, fourth one is pharmacist in relation to his profession. Should a pharmacist in relation to his profession should do, obey law and ethical principle of profession, and maintain standards of profession, help and cooperate fellow pharmacists in emergency, and remove corruption or dishonest of fellow pharmacists, have fair knowledge of laws of state and nation related to food, drug, pharmacy, education and health, have up to date knowledge of professional matters associated with various pharma organization. This is end of this video. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.